You are announcing it? You may use this podium. मुझे इसकी knowledge नहीं है, मेरे को क्या करना है, मुझे करना नहीं सर. And then he will invite everybody. जिनपे क्रॉस लगा है दिया ना. Speed up our process. I would like to invite CA Pranjal Jain, who's
because there is a big team which is there for Hyderabad, I'll request all the managing committee members and regional council members to kindly join on the stage. Sure.
A very good evening to all. And well, friends, it's time for the finals of the hackathon. An event which was conceived and designed by the AI committee, and for that, two people are responsible. The chairman and the vice chairman of the committee, CA Umesh Sharma ji and CA Dayanivas Sharma ji. So first of all, for an event which has evoked a great response, a big round of applause for the two people who were responsible and have put in day and night and ensured this is successful. There were more than 200 applicants for this hackathon. 60 were shortlisted, and 6 rounds of hackathons were live telecast to all the members. 3 in each were selected on the basis of public voting, on the basis of video views, on the basis of the jury who voted, and also on the basis of the use case which were viewed by people. 7 have been selected and 7 finalists I have. So the finalists are, first of all, CA Shanta Agrawal. A big round of applause for the 7 finalists. CA Deepak Gupta. CA Pranjal Jain. I invite all of them on stage. CA Ramachandran. CA Vijayasimhas Kapali. CA Himanshu Singh and CA Rishabh Soni. CA Pranjal Jain. Shanta Agrawal. CA Deepak Gupta. Rishabh Soni. CA Jayachandran. CA Himanshu Singh. CA Deepak Kumar Singh. I think he's not here. CA Vijayasimhas Kothapalli.
इनको भी हम देंगे the semi-finalists and the research papers. So you have only called out the first 7?
एक second, I'll just...
Of course. And now, for the first presentation, I would like to invite CA Deepak Gupta. I request sir to please come on stage.
Okay, now it's time for the hackathon to start, the finals. The rules are very simple, a 10-minute presentation by each participant. And again, as in the initial round, the judging would be done by all those sitting here. They have got the Google form, plus all the viewers online, plus we have a surprise jury of 3 or 4 people who would also do the judging. And that is how your scores would be calculated. And now for the first participant, I invite CA Shanta Agrawal.
A very good evening to all present here, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, Respected President, CA Ranjit Kumar Agrawal sir in absentia, Vice President CA Charanjot Singh Nanda sir in absentia, Honorable Chairman Shri Dayanawaz Sharma sir, Chairman AI in ICAI Committee, CA Vice Chairman CA Umesh Sharma sir, and all the fellow colleagues, seniors. It gives me immense pleasure and deep sense of honor to stand before you today as one of the finalists in a grand finale of the AI Hackathon. I am Shanta Agrawal, a chartered accountant, passionate about integrating cutting-edge technology with our traditional practice to enhance efficiency and accuracy. Firstly, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India for organizing this remarkable event. The AI Innovation Summit 2024 represents a significant step towards embracing the future of our profession. I also wish to thank the AI Committee for their relentless efforts in promoting technological advancements within our field. Today I am here to present the use case that exemplifies the transformative power of artificial intelligence in one of the most universal tools used by professionals worldwide, that is Microsoft Excel. We often associate AI with complex algorithms and futuristic technologies, but sometimes the most impactful solutions are the ones that are quietly embedded in our everyday tools. Yes, I'm talking about Power Query, a feature nestled with Excel that might seem dull at first glance, but its capabilities are far-reaching and transformative. Today, I'll demonstrate how Power Query can streamline a process that is traditionally time-consuming and labor-intensive. Imagine you are an auditor tasked with verifying multiple PDFs, example, PF or ESIC or TDS challans for a company. Each month, you may have multiple challans for different location or states also, with each PDF representing a challan date, amount, and period. Manually verifying them together can be a tedious and time-consuming task. Additionally, preparing an annexure of details of contribution received from employees from various funds as required under Clause 20B of 3CD in the tax audit report can be equally challenging. The potential of human error increases exponentially with the sheer volume of documents. But Power Query is here to save the day. With its remarkable ability to combine and consolidate data from multiple sources, including PDF files, into a single Excel sheet, the task of verifying TDS challans becomes a breeze. Let's walk through a quick demonstration to illustrate the simplicity and efficiency of this process. Is my screen visible? Yes. So suppose we have a folder of these ESIC paid challans for 12 months. It may be more than 12 if the challans are paid for different sites and different locations. For the simplicity, I have taken this 12 challans here. So what we have to do is to go in the data tab in the Microsoft Excel. We have to go to the data tab and click on a get data tab, and from a file we have to click get data from folder. This. Now here you can select the path of your folder where all the challans are there. So I am selecting this folder. So it gives you all the 12 challans, summary of all challan files, which you have to, get into an Excel in a span of time, fraction of seconds. So what we need to do here is go to the combine and transform data. So I'll click on that. Here you can see the two parameters. One is page and another is table. So we want to extract the relevant information from the table only. So we'll select the table only. Then this is a sample file. So all from all the 12 files, this will show you first file as a sample file from which you want to extract the data. So I'll select table and then click OK. Now it will open a window where you can see all the 12 challan files with its relevant details. And then you can transform from here into the Excel file. So what we need to do for filling, so let's say example of you are filling clause 20B of tax audit report where you have to fill the transaction date, challan period, the challan submission date, and the amount. So you can select only the three parameters, that is amount paid, then challan period, and then challan submission date. So here all the information from these 12 challans are getting here. So, but it is not in the format we want to report in the annexure. So what we can do is go to this transform tab and select this column 1, and do the pivot column. So the values will be on the column 2, that is the date, amount, and the challan period. And in the advanced option, you have to select don't aggregate, like this. And now this. All the details of the all 12 challans are compiled here in a few seconds. But doing this manually will be a time-consuming and tedious task. But with the help of this Power Query, which is AI tool embedded in Excel, I personally feel. Now you can go to the home and click on Close and Load tab. This. Thank you. You can scan the code here if you want to know the step-by-step guide which I have prepared for you. This use case is just one example of how AI, even its subtlest form, can revolutionize traditional workflows and unlock new levels of productivity and accuracy. As auditors, accountants, and professionals in the finance sector, embracing these tools is not just a choice, but a necessity in staying competitive and delivering value to our clients. These are the benefits of using Power Query. Thank you.
Thank you, Shantam. That was a wonderful presentation of Power Query. A big round of applause for our first participant of the hackathon. Now the second participant is C. Deepak Gupta.
PPT है उसका?
No, you check it once. Check it once. Once in. Connected. Sir, we will paste your PPT into there and you can use there. It will be displayed into the video.
Hello. So first of all, very good evening, everyone. And before starting the session, I would like to first of all thank you, ICAI, for taking the steps for AI, because this is the right time that we have taken the steps, and because of that, we all are learning, and we need to learn AI. Otherwise, if we don't learn, then other people, those who are learning, they will be taking ahead. And I would like to thank you, Daya sir, Umesh sir, and President and Vice President of AI, ICI, for giving me the opportunity to present you the use case here. So by today's use case is like in my previous presentations also, I always says that we can use the VBA code, and whatever the day-to-day activities we all chartered accountants are doing, we can automate these activities with the help of the ChatGPT. We need to first of all write the prompt, write the step-by-step guides, what we need to do. We need to understand in our mind what we want to do. And once that thing is there, after that we can write the prompt. And the prompt engineering, since many of the speakers speaking since morning, that we need to learn the prompt engineering. We need to learn how we can write the prompts. Once the prompt is written, after that you will be get the code from the ChatGPT. That simple code you need to paste into the Excel, and after that you can solve the complex to complex Excel problems. You will be able to resolve your complex to complex problems. So in my today's use case, since the income tax season is going on and a lot of chartered accountants are filing the ITR returns, so I have prepared this use case for the income tax return computation, that how we can compute the income tax returns. So first thing is that we need to understand our requirement, and for that I have this Excel sheet. In this Excel sheet, I have mentioned what I want. In this Excel sheet, I mentioned the green parts as well as the green parts where we need to mention the information of the SSC or information of the clients or whatever the person whose income we want to calculate, tax we want to calculate under the old regime as well as into the new regime. So these green parts we will change the figures, what is the salary, what are the perquisites and other information. After that, we will click on this link, click here, and it will compute the taxable income under old tax regime as well as the new tax regime. And it will tell us which regime is better. And if you want to mail it, I have mentioned the email ID of the person to whom if you want to mail this computation directly. And whatever the text you want to change, you can change that as well. So first of all, let me change few figures. Let's suppose here, instead of 30 lakhs, I'm changing it to the 20 lakhs. And let's suppose Here I've changed some figures, and on the basis of that, let's suppose we want to compute the income. We want to compute the tax liability under old tax regime as well as the new tax regime. So it has computed the tax liability as well as it has sent the mail to the person to whom we want to share this mail. You can add as number as email IDs. In my case, I have shared only one email ID to whom we want to share because this is the computation. We cannot share it with everyone. So this is the personal income details. So I have mentioned the name of the person with whom we want to share. Also, it is also telling us that which regime is better, new tax regime, old tax regime. And here you can see the mail has actually been sent to the person whose email ID has been mentioned. Now the thing is that how we have done this thing. Now let's come on that part. Here I have write the step-by-step guide of what information basically I need. This is the prompt I have written, the 21 steps prompt I have written, in which I have mentioned what are the information from which place to be picked up, from which column, which information to be picked, from which information to be taken for the old tax regime, for the new tax regime, so that I need not to do this activity again and again every time. So this prompt, I have written the whole prompt of 21 steps. Even sometimes prompt may last for the 2 page, 3 page as well. So this is only 1 page prompt I have written. Now I'll go to the ChatGPT. I'll paste this prompt into the ChatGPT. And I will ask, please give me the VBA code for the same. So ChatGPT will give me the VBA code. This VBA code, I will simply copy paste and put it into my Excel sheet. And after that, my Excel sheet, which was looking like a normal Excel sheet, has turned into the AI Excel sheet. And I will just click on one button, and automatically it will start giving me the results for each and every person's case. So this VBA code is getting generated. I'll copy this VBA code, and for your reference, to save the time as well, I've written this VBA macro code here. So this code I will copy and I'll paste it into my Excel sheet. The very simple shortcut is Alt F11. And this window will open, and insert and module option will come. And under the insert and module option, you can paste this code. After that, you can run this button under the developer tab as well. Macros, if you see, macro will start coming. You can run this macro. Else, you can have the Alt F5. You can run this macro, and it will start giving the results. So this is only the one example of doing the automation into the Excel sheet. You can have various examples in your day-to-day life. You are doing a lot of Excel work. Whatever the repetitive task you are doing, you can resolve these repetitive tasks and create one Excel function. With just one click, you will be able to send mails to the thousands of people. You will be able to do the complex to complex Excel problems. You will be able to resolve. So learn how you can write the prompt, and once the prompt is written perfectly, go to the AI tool ChatGPT and Google Bard, or sorry, Gemini nowadays. So from there, you will be able to generate the VBA code, paste the VBA code into the Excel sheet, and then your work is done. Then test this code. If it is working fine, your task is been done. Sometimes whatever the VBA code you are writing, it does not give the same result. In that case, you need to again go back to the ChatGPT, asking that this VBA code is giving this error, kindly resolve it. It will give you the new code, and you can try the new code, and after the new code, you will be able to see that it will start working. Sometimes you need to write 2-3 times, but once this effort has been done, after that, you will be able to save a lot of time. You need not to do the repetitive task again and again. So this was my use case for today. And thank you. In case anybody wants to reach me, they can reach me on this number and my email ID. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Deepak. A wonderful presentation. A big round of applause, please. He showed us how that in spite of not knowing any programming, you could just use ChatGPT to run the code and embed it into Excel. Now, the next participant is CA Pranjal Jain. And I request everybody to keep voting, to keep giving their feedback, because the voting would also be closed 10 minutes after the last participant has done his presentation.
स्लाइडर कहाँ है? PPT स्लाइडर।
USB point.
Hello everyone. Are we all excited for an AI hackathon? This session talks about AI for productivity, and this session is not like any other session that you have been so far, because right now we are not talking about AI in one field, AI in that field, AI in the third field. We are chartered accountants, we are professionals. We are meant to be AI for productivity so that we can enhance ourselves. We can satisfy our client expectations, we can turn around our practices, and we can be the best CA professionals, accounting professionals, finance professionals, be the best in whatever we do. So that is why just give me 10 minutes of your time, and I assure you, I promise you, you are going to love this session. You're going to take away something that is going to stay with you for your life. Just a quick thing, why you should listen to me. I'm a very sought after speaker, no doubts about that. I'm a proud chartered accountant. I have studied from Stanford. I have presented at some mega conferences. My next presentation is scheduled in Bangalore, US, Portugal, Wharton. And I am working on a Harvard Business Review project, which is very close to my heart. Love to discuss with any one of you. Please feel free to connect with me. So, when I'm talking about AI for productivity, research states that productivity can be increased by 66% when we use AI. How many of us have used ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever? How many of you, of all of us have used it? Yes? Wow, almost all of us. As a chartered accountant or as a professional, AI helps us in creating chatbots through which we can serve our clients 24/7. It is a July month. All of us are busy. We can transform our direct tax filing, income tax return preparations with AI, which I will be showing you the use case just in few moments. Honestly, tell me, honestly, I'm not going to tell anyone, you can share it with me, how many of us have missed filing at least one GSTR return for our client? Yes? Come on, you can be honest with me, yes? That is very painful, right? I know, it's painful. With artificial intelligence, we can create custom chatbots for us, which can tell us that GSTR1 is due on this date for this client, GS2 is due for this client, GSTR3, so that we don't miss and increase our productivity again and again. AI is amazing for drafting of letters, appeals, petitions, reducing our cost of operations, and so that we can expand, not only in India, but abroad and everywhere. Since it is a return month, we are very familiar with this form, all of us. So, one of the tools that we can use is a tool known as Gemini. Open up the Gemini, it is Google Gemini. Open up this, upload your ITR form, any ITR that we want to work upon for this month of July. Just upload it in the Gemini, open this task bar, and just ask it for each and every column. What does this column means? What does this section means? What should I fill in this column? Like I asked Gemini about, explain to me section 115 BAC right now simultaneously so that I can work upon. Another thing, in Chat GPT, now I have an option to upload entire ITR forms. I can upload entire ITR 2, 3, 4 and ask ChatGPT that my client is having this problem, my client is having that problem, what should I do, where should I do? Surprising, right? But that's the reality. Now, the game changer. Our Honorable Institute has launched the CA-GPT, a game changer, surely about to transform our practices. We just need to log in with our member IDs, get an OTP, 18 Chat GPTs right at our disposal. So, before that, let's see some live case. Are we getting it on the screen? I think the tech team needs to, the live demo should come on the screen. Yes? I will request the tech team to see. The screen should come on the screen. Yes, awesome. Okay. So, I opened up the GPT platform. I uploaded ITR2 for the client. And when I asked it, my client has rupees 2 lakh income. Where should I show in this in the ITR form? The GPT replied to me that to show the income of rupees 2 lakh in the ITR2 form, I should go to the section known as details of salary. There I should enter about gross salary, exempt allowance, net salary. Thereafter, I should go to another section, another schedule, and I should mention about the different details. Now, here comes the tricky part and the important part. I asked, I have uploaded ITR2. Please be very careful about what I am going to say. I have uploaded ITR2. Again repeating, I have uploaded ITR2 and I have asked this Chat GPT that my client has a business profession. We all know ITR 2, 3, 4 for the business professions. That's where the trick question lies. Now I have asked this Chat GPT or the GPT form that my client has some expenses. He has debited, but he has not paid for that. Will that be allowed as a deduction in the ITR form or not? I think almost all of us will be knowing the answer, but let's see what the GPT responds. The GPT rightly mentioned these sections, but it caught that ITR2 is not specifically designed for business incomes and professions. You should go for ITR 3 and 4. So it passed the test. Awesome. So then let's move to the next thing. So then I came to ICAI Corporate Laws and Corporate Governance GPT. I asked the GPT that what should be the minimum number of directors or the maximum number of directors in a company. So the GPT should have replied to me, it's visible on my screen but not visible on the screen. It shows me that the minimum number of directors, the maximum number of directors a company can have or the company cannot have. And it shows me a private company should have at least 2 directors, a public company should have at least 3 directors, OPC should have at least 1 director. No worries about that. So when we are talking about AI for productivity, AI is not just meant for one particular aspect or other aspects. We can use it for coding platforms. We can use it to create our own custom GPTs. We can use it for risk minimization, which is very important for us as chartered accountants or as professionals. We can use it to do sentiment analysis, to do research purposes, and to perform fraud detection. one of the things which is very close to my heart for using AI for productivity is about data visualization. When we are in the age of data analytics, advanced algorithms, it is very important that we do data visualizations. We have many softwares like Power BI, Copilot, we have Gemini, we have Looker Studios, which can do data visualizations very well. So when we are talking about using AI, when we are talking about reforming our practices, it is very important to know that AI is not a chartered accountant. We are chartered accountants and AI cannot replace it at any cost. It is very important that you should not completely rely, because we all know what happened in US. One of the advocates, attorneys over there, he just copied the case laws, presented, but the case laws, they were all hallucinated. That should not work because we are chartered accountants. Nobody can ever replace us. We are here to drive the nation's growth forward. Therefore, it is very important that we take the responsibility. We do not take AI for granted. So here we are. I would like to end my presentation. Thank you very much for being a wonderful audience. Just before I go, just a last question. How many of you will use AI today? Yes. All right. Whatever I presented to you, you can use it right now, right at this moment. Thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranjal. I think a bigger round of applause for Pranjal to show his use case of how to file the IT return and how to use ChatGPT. So now the next participant is CA Ramachandran.
Check, 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 check. All right, yeah. So good evening, friends. I'm Ramachandran, chartered accountant in practice. I'm a small, medium firm. And today my concept is using of AI in accounting and auditing, using very simple tools, generic in-house tools, not using any cloud-related services. That is my concept. So I'm going to start with this. So use of NLP, a natural language processing, in an accounting application, using, for example, a Tally. See, I have a Tally here. I'm going to create a company, a test company, with today's date, and there is no ledger here. Now, suppose you want to create transactions and complete an accounting task here. There is no entry whatsoever pass. And all the transactions are there in an Excel file here. So I have a small Excel file, which has all the transactions, a debit and a credit, the voucher type, narration and everything. Basically a script of a bank statement, which is entered. Now the biggest task here is, when you import a Excel file, transactions, you need to have the ledgers first. Otherwise the system will not accept. So what did I do? I put a small AI here. He'll go and check whether the ledger is there or not. If not, it'll group under suspense, create the ledger, post all the transactions. So now there is a list of like 200 plus transactions are there. So which is there in a simple Excel file. And I've connected this using a TDL here in my dashboard. So, and which is also available for you to free use, which I'll show you later. So I'm going to import this. It says it's reading the file, and it says 257 entries are there. You can see at the background the date of the entry changes. So without the ledger, all the transaction gets imported into Tally. So within a span of few minutes, I can able to complete the complete accounting, bank statement accounting of my client. And you can see in the background there is some entries being posted, and there is a log file being opened. I'll later share you the link where this utility is. So using AI, now we can see to the balance sheet, all the entries were grouped only in suspense. Now, picking out the entries, audit fee payable, you can just map it under current liabilities. So like that, you can map all the ledgers in the appropriate groups and complete accounting. So like that, this small AI tool in Tally will help you to create tons of transactions without the presence of actual ledger. I'll also show you another important thing. Let's go to some prompting. I have some prompts here in the site. It says, you can write this prompt, create ledger Kavilen. So you can write this in the Tally calculator panel. So I want you to see to the calculator panel. I just type a prompt, create ledger Kavilen, press enter, it says Kavilen is created. So let me go and check there, alter the ledger Kavilen. So just by a prompt, I can able to create ledgers, I can able to create transactions, I can able to do whatever I feel like inside this accounting application. It not only, it is specific to Tally, it can be done in any accounting application, maybe Zogo or any cloud-related application. A simple prompts like this can work. There is also some list of prompts. I don't want to waste your time, so you can write this prompt to create a ledger with the closing balance. So there is a prompt here, create ledger, sundry creditors, ICAI under sundry creditors with a balance. So I'll go again, alter ICAI. See here the ledger is created with a credit balance of 15,000 rupees. So I can specify whatever I want. Now, there is furthermore. I can say make payment 3,000 to ICAI, which will pass a payment entry today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, there is a date-related issue. I'll just move on to the next point. So now, another example, I just developed a model just for the final, where you go and double-click this button. It works with Python. You say any transaction here, the system will try to categorize the transaction as payment, receipt, or sales, not on a specific prompt, and try to get posted into the Tally. I'll just show you an example. This will be, more interesting. So I'm going to enter the transaction. So now this transaction actually successfully posted in the books. So I can use any language, any active sense or passive sense. This transaction will get posted into Tally. So it categorizes the transaction, it tokenizes the entry. Just because it has categorized as payment entry, it made the date and made the amount, find out the party it posted in Tally. I'll also give you an example on exporting the data out of Tally. This will be, further interesting. Let me just, open a company which has more transactions. Yeah, a single click export button I kept. All the transactions, including the daybook, ledger master data, everything actually, taken out of Tally in a fraction of few seconds. I can just make the screen bigger. You can see it almost has 14 tables, and it took a little over, say, 11.37 seconds, took the data. And now I open the data. You can see all the data is coming in Excel format, including your daybook. With this, you can go and complete any kind of reports. For example, class 44, we are giving disclaimers. Class 44 can be made in less than 10 seconds. Identification of 269 SST transactions. All these kind of things can be identified in a shortest possible time using this analysis. So with this, I'll complete my presentation. Thank you so much. And this is my contact details, which I will put it on the screen. And the tools are listed here. You can take a copy of this and use it. Thank you.
A big round of applause, please, for the wonderful presentation in which you just saw how Tally can be used and how we can extract data, how we can do entries and all that using AI. Now, the next participant is CA Vijayasimhas Kothapalli.
Hello. लैग होगा उसमें? Good evening, all. Thank you, President and Vice President, sir, Chairman, Vice Chairman of AI Committee, and the initiatives what they've been taking for the last 4 months or so to encouraging members to adopt to AI. So my topic today is AI in audit. And when I say audit, most of the time they get into shell that those who are into compliances or representations. But let's understand that that's the backbone of our practice, whether you are into assurance or audits, or you are into filing of your returns. Because there could be challenge that client might challenge that he has never given a consent to you to file his return or never given his DSC to affix to his ITR. So obviously the documentation is the only one which can prove that there is some contract between you and the client. So this plays a very key role, and more so considering the peer review, the mandatory phase of peer review, wherein 3+ partners by 1st of January 2025, you need to get your firm peer reviewed, and also 1st of April for anyone opting for bank statutory audits, branch statutory audit. So that way, every phase of chartered accountant documentation plays a key role. And when I say about, most of the time when wherever I share an idea about using AI, the concerns will be, how about the data privacy? Because they are uploading the client data, address, phone numbers and all. If I'm uploading an ITR or for that matter anything, most of the people, they are concerned about the privacy. Second thing, I should be having a very good internet to interact with the AI. Is it not? And the third constraint is, you are still have to go for a paid version if you are looking for some advanced kind of utility out of AI. So in a free version, still there will be a limitation, is it not? So that way, there are the concerns where many of the people, they probably express. And so, if we keep aside the concerns, the potential of AI is, I can do the same task again and again accurately without worrying about arithmetical or accuracy related issues. And I can be having more auditability, because there will be a transparent of the transaction, if I have to call a proper audit log of all the documentation what we are doing. And lastly, the third one, you can just keep it consistent throughout. Okay. Now, before I demonstrate the use case, kindly note that the way of adopting the AI is, if you can follow this mantra, this will give the best of the result out of your AI. Okay, so when I'm asking, whenever you're inquiring, be sharp and concise. And in fact, I compare it with asking any professional, a domain expert, any question, subject related question, you will be very detailed in explaining, and you will be very patient in waiting for his response, or you will be very detailed, more of, whenever you are giving an assignment, especially like inquiry, I would compare this with a first day article student. Wherever you are giving an assignment, you spend so much of time explaining him how the task has to be done. So if you follow these two with regard to AI, and you will get much result out of it. Okay, let me just demonstrate the live case. Now, before I speak anything about these live cases, I am using a particular AI called Claude. I'm not sure how many of you have used this. It's similar to your ChatGPT, similar to your Gemini, similar to your Copilot, except that this is promoted by another company like Anatomy. And why I prefer this is, it was really giving a very professional way of response. It's not putting all the junk into the content and all. It's just answering the question clearly. So here I can create a project, and this is again paid version, $23 per month kind of thing. And I can create various projects, like say this particular peer reviewer. I'm sorry, I'll let zoom a little so that you can see, backbenchers also can see. Okay, so we have these various projects. AI in audit is what I thought of preparing for you, demonstrating to you. Peer reviewer, what this does is, I'll upload the quality control manual of my firm. It will fill the part A, part B, part C of the peer review application. Okay, so this is the one which I've used, the AI. So here, when I'm using this, I don't need to be an expert in terms of learning anything about Python. The one what I'm going to demonstrate is, I never learned anything Python code and all. Okay, so I don't know anything about the Python code, but still I've used GPT saying that this is what I'm looking for. Kindly help out creating a Python code which will execute. Okay, let me just take you to the top of the screen where this was the question. As you can see, please help me create a Python program that will create the requirement, audit documentation, audit working papers, etc. while performing. Okay. So as you can see, once I give that, it gives certain code and all. I just need to know how to execute this code. You can put the same question. It might say, go to python.org, download the Python. You just keep on asking question, it will help you. Okay. Now let's see what this particular Python code has done. I picked up one of the phases of audit planning. Let's say this is the balance sheet financial statement of a company where it's in a regular Ind AS format. Okay, and based on this, I want to perform a planning phase, risk assessment phase. So this particular Python, what I've created using GPT, I'll just show the code, then I'll execute it. We don't need to learn anything about the Python code, okay, because we are just users. We are not programmers. So I just use the code, what it has generated, and let's see what it does. So I'll double click that and see what is the result. So this Python code, what it will do, it will analyze the entire balance sheet in the PDF and performs a risk analysis. And I've kept it minimum it gives a planning risk assessment. It says the revenue is a negative growth, inventory valuation, receivables, recoverability, fixed assets, analytical procedure. And it says for each line item, it has given a year-over changes, and it has given a beautiful graph as well while comparing that. And it gives an audit procedure, audit approach, what I should be performing with a single click. Okay. Second thing, let's move on to the final stage, audit report. When I'm speaking about audit report, I have to concern about 700, SA 700, SA 705, SA 706, where to put what, where to put emphasis matter. Though there is a very beautiful publications made by ICAI, but still, I'm concerned. Let me just double click. I don't do anything. I just double click. It is asking the question. I've just copied certain questions over here. I'll put that name, or I'll put dummy data. Considering the time, I'll just put dummy data. 31st March 2024. Here also I'll put dummy data, whatever it is. Let's see firm name, registration number, auditor name, membership number, place of audit Hyderabad, date of audit whatever 16/07/24. What is the qualified opinion? Okay, if in case I have to copy the qualified opinion, let's copy the qualified opinion over here. So I'm just putting the qualified opinion, Control C, Control V, then the emphasis of matter. So here also I have the emphasis of matter, copy that and paste it over here. And it says, is it a listed company? Yes. Standalone, I'll say standalone. I have to consider the same, I'm not putting the entire thing. Carry applicable? Yes. IFC applicable? Yes, that's it. I don't worry about it. Exactly picks up from the SA 700 published by ICAI, creates the entire audit report while considering the entire format what ICAI has published. So this is my case study. I've used it in GST reconciliation, consolidating 12 files and generating a consolidated Excel file, analyzing the Excel file of banks audit and giving up all the anomalies, all those things. So this is my presentation. Thank you very much. So I'm Hyderabad, so you can reach me anytime in case you have any queries. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijayji. A big round of applause, please, friends. Wonderful demonstration of how to use Python in spite of not knowing it at all, and preparing an audit report, preparing various documents. And now we are moving slowly but surely towards the end. So the sixth participant today is CA Himanshu Singh.
A very good evening to all of you. A very good evening to all of you. First of all, I would like to thanks to our leadership in the ICAI for taking this initiative regarding innovation for the CAs in practice and CAs in industry as well. And I would like to welcome all of you as esteemed chartered accountants in this AI summit in Hyderabad. I would like to thanks to all of you for coming here. Today, what we are thinking from since morning, we are listening AI, AI, AI. So generally we feel that AI is something that is beyond the human, that can do something beyond the humans. But in my humble opinion, in my humble simple words, that artificial intelligence, AI is given by a human. AI is artificial intelligence You know what is the meaning of full form of GPT, chat GPT? We are daily using GPT. GPT का full form होगा, GPT's full form is generative pre-trained transformer, meaning thereby chat GPT is pre-trained by some human beings for giving certain responses. So feel yourself as a proud that you are human being and you can train any AI, you can give any AI any training, and that trained return can be given to you. So I would like to share certain points for the practicing members. We are normally using that chat GPT for our day-to-day practice and for other tools we are using. But when this hackathon was started, I thought that I will not use my use case based on any chat GPT or any other AI tool which is developed by anyone. I want to take a case that may be useful for the day-to-day practice of our professional fellow brothers and sisters. So I have decided to develop a tool so that we can make our practice simple in our day-to-day life. So that tool which I have prepared is based on Excel, and I have automated certain things in that tool so that we can use our Excel file for making certain decisions. In our day-to-day practice, we require to compare two sets of data. There are certain cases. In routine, we use two Excel files. One is the file for GSTR to be written, another file is for purchase data. We use GSTR1 data for the annual filed on the GST portal, and while doing the audit, we want to compare the books of accounts data, sales data with the GSTR1 data filed on GST portal. So there are various tools available in the market, but we can do that thing through the Excel file also. For Excel, comparing that two data set in Excel, we use XLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, etc. But we know that there are certain limitations in the Excel file itself. XLOOKUP, there are certain limitations if there is a matching data set in the other file. So it gives false result for few cases. So I have prepared a tool that if you don't know how to use XLOOKUP, HLOOKUP or VLOOKUP, whatever may be, you can compare simply by putting that Excel file and putting your required parameter. So I would like to show you through my, for example, I'm just selecting Excel file. I need to select that Excel file. If we are having two Excel files, we can compare by choosing two Excel files separately, we can import the data. If we are having single file and having the data in two different sheets, that can also be done. Just select the sheet in which data is available, and I'm just selecting second sheet. So I have selected both the sheets in a single file which I want to compare. Just go. Now the data is loaded for both the sheets. This is the data for the first sheet, and second sheet data is given here. Now, if we want to compare the two Excel files, there are around 1270 rows in this Excel file. And second, there are around 1268 records. So now I want to compare that this is the purchase data for any company, and I want to compare that data based on certain parameters. I want that data to be compared based on GST number as well as unique invoice number. So I have just selected invoice number. Just click on continue and compare options. Now I want that from the second sheet, if data is found, that data to be replaced, that data is to be set in the first column. So I have just selected that taxable value IGST, CGST, SGST, and says to be selected from the other sheet if it is matched. So just I clicked in compare. When I click compare, it started matching and just giving you a result in few seconds. So it has given result of matched records, mismatched records. So you can just find it, how many records are matched and mismatched. It will show you the result. Now I'm just showing you certain not found entries. you will find that certain transactions are not found in the another sheet. That may be due to the difference in the invoice number or difference in the GST number. So that can be identified that that particular data set is not available in the second sheet. Now, what is the requirement? There are certain cases where the GST number is matching with both the data set, but invoice number which you have entered, in our books of accounts, we have entered GST/2023/24/0024, whereas in the records, another records or and GST portal data, it is simply mentioned 24. So by using simple comparison tool, it will not give a proper result because it is matching exactly. So now we can use the AI for that particular result. So for example, I am showing you, this is the record. Here 63 number invoice is available. I am just selecting the particular GST number in another sheet. Now you will find that this is the GST number is the same, this GST number is same, available in the second sheet. But in the second sheet, the invoice number is mentioned 63/2425/H, whereas in this sheet, it is mentioned only 63. So now what we can do, we can just simply go to the tool, and here I have selected match with AI option. When I selected match with AI, it will just simply run the concept of matching with AI, and it will give you a result. Now, I will just select how many records are matched with the AI. So, following, ultimately the results which are showing here in one sheet can be compared with the another data set, and it will match with the AI option, and it will give a final result that both the data sets are getting matched. For that purpose, we have used the fuzzy logic to implement the AI. Apart from that, I have prepared another point that if we want to combine the multiple Excel sheets, say if we are having multiple data sets in different Excel files, so just simply we have prepared this tool that you can just simply select the multiple files and just click on open. So just selected the multiple files and just click on go. Now what it will do, it will combine all the Excel files and put the result into a single Excel file, so that you need not do the manual task for comparing the Excel files and adding the copy pasting of the data from one Excel file to another Excel file to make a single Excel sheet. So this can be done by using this simple tool, and ultimately after completing all the results, it will provide you a final Excel file in which entire data for all these sheets will be available in a single Excel file. So this will be the final result for this tool. So this is from my side. I would like to thanks to all of you to listening to me carefully. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Himanshu. I think a wonderful presentation showing how Excel can be used to match files. So a big round of applause for Himanshu Singh. And now the last participant of the hackathon for today, Soni.
Yeah. Okay. So, very good evening, everybody. Now, today I'm going to be talking about how you can use AI in governance and checking compliances of any statutory audit of a company which you might be doing. And I'm here to tell you that when you say AI, a lot of people here might think that it's something about technical, scientific, or something about engineering and coding and all that stuff. But what if I tell you that you can check compliances from hundreds and thousands of documents, hundreds and thousands of pages, just within few seconds, in a process which is as simple as messaging another person, right? Before I begin my live demonstration, let me just brush up about compliance itself. When we talk about compliance, the one thing which comes to our mind is adherence to laws, regulations, guidelines, and other rules which are relevant and prevalent to any particular entity. Here, in this use case, due to the paucity of time, I have taken Companies Act and SEBI LODR regulations. And I'm going to be discussing examples like whether the company has taken the number of board meetings which is required to be taken as per the Companies Act, or whether the composition of board of directors is in accordance with Companies Act, SEBI LODR regulations, so on and so forth. And then certain parameter-based rules, like if your turnover is so-and-so, if your net worth is so-and-so, then internal audit is applicable, CARO is applicable. And eventually how, as auditors, we can use AI to document all this process and make our lives easier and more efficient and accurate. Now, when we speak about doing these tasks, this can definitely be done manually, right? But there are three major problems while manually checking all these things, simply because of the sheer volume of data which one might have to process. For example, if it's a listed company, there might be minutes of the board meeting, there might be internal policy procedures, control documents, various sorts of hierarchical structures, and so on and so forth. There can be many documents, right? Instead of manually going through all these documents, we can use AI to analyze all at once. So manual process is time consuming. What's the other issue? The other issue is human error. No matter how much learned we are, no matter how much experience we have, there can be a situation where we miss out on certain paragraph or certain content which was required to be complied or analyzed by us. And overall, if we look at all these data sets, the vast number of data sets, it might lead to inefficiency in audit, delay in timing, and eventually resulting in a poor quality of service. So how AI overcomes these challenges is the answer. First of all, AI is time-saving. It collects the data quickly and analyzes it within seconds. With regards to human error, since AI uses machine language, NLPs, machine learning, so on and so forth, algorithms, the risk of human error is minimum. And with regards to inefficiency, obviously, if the AI is processing the data at this speed, this pace, and this accuracy, the overall quality of the audit is increased and the audit is done efficiently. What are the steps, you may ask? As I said earlier, it's as simple as talking to another person. It's as simple as sending a message to another person. So the first step is upload that relevant documents. We all use WhatsApp. We all forward messages. We all forward videos, photos, and things like that. It's as simple as that. Upload these documents. Draft a required prompt. This is one of the specific things which you need to learn about AI as chartered accountants. The more specific and concise your draft will be, the more relevant and correct the answer of AI will be. And eventually, at the end, you'll have to review the generated draft. But this is going to reduce your work from going through all the pages one by one to just going through these specific focused pages which the AI has generated. So I'm going to take you to a use case, and I have used a public document, which is a Reliance annual report for the previous year, 22-23. And I'm using ChatGPT here. So again, the aim is to keep AI simple. The aim is to make you all understand that using AI in your daily practice is nothing which you require specific skills or knowledge for. So here I've attached the annual report of Reliance International Limited. And here I need to check compliance with Companies Act and SEBI LODR regulations with regards to the parameters I discussed earlier, like the board meeting minutes, number of board meetings held during the year, composition of board of directors, and so on. So I've written the prompt here that I need to check for compliance with Companies Act and SEBI LODR regulations for this document. Since this is an annual report, I have to specifically mention here that please do not take any information from the audit report. Only use information provided by the management or board report or other information which is available in that document. Now, in real life case, there might be minutes of the board meeting, there might be policy control documents, procedures, and such other written representations which you might receive from the management. All you need to do is attach all of them together in this one single prompt. So once I hit enter, it provides me with an overall picture. It says that the document provides various instances of compliances with Companies Act and SEBI regulations. Then it goes deeper into the different act. With regards to Companies Act, it says that it's overall complying with the provisions of the act. The board is properly constituted with the balance of executive, non-executive, and independent directors. And regular board meetings are conducted with adequate notice, and the detailed agenda is also there. With regards to SEBI regulations, Regulation 17 to 27 and Regulation 46 to B to I have also been complied with. There have been certain penalties from SEBI, but these have been addressed through legal channels. So basically, this is also giving us points of focus while conducting the audit in that particular company. Now, once I go into details with these particular points, so this was the overview. So now I'm going to delve into details, right? So I just asked ChatGPT that please give me the specifics about the compliance with regards to number of board meetings held, the composition of board of directors, and I wanted to draw a comparative between what's required as per the Companies Act or SEBI regulations and what the company has done. So once I hit enter, it provides me with the detailed response where it says that the number of board meetings held as per Companies Act, it should be 4 board meetings with a maximum gap of 120 days between 2 consecutive meetings. With regards to Reliance, it held 6 board meetings and it provides us with the dates of those meetings. With regards to composition of board of directors, it provides us that the balance of executive, non-executive, and independent directors should be proper, and at least 1/3 of the board should be independent directors, and 1 with the woman director. With regards to RIL, it says it comprises of 13 directors, diversity in gender, nationality, and expertise, and it analyzes the ratio of the directors, and it provides us a table right here stating that the independent directors are 53%, non-independent directors are 46%, women directors are 15, Indian directors 76, and with regards to foreign directors. So essentially, it has just provided us percentage with regards to the board meetings as to what was, who attended the board meetings and in what ratio the quorum was formed. And it also provides us information about the directors if it was there in the document. Here in this document, there's information about directors like their key skills, expertise, SEBI regulations accordingly. Then next is where it says that it has complied with Regulation 17 to 27 and Regulations 46 to B to I. And it just provides a summary comparative analysis where it says that overall, the company is following the regulations of Companies Act and SEBI LODR as well. And the third point which I wanted to discuss with you was with regards to the applicability of certain laws or regulations which are threshold based or which are parameter based. I've used a simple example here of Caro because as this is a listed company, we all know that Caro and internal audit will be applicable on that. But it's important to understand how this GPT is functioning and how this GPT is analyzing this data and providing us the results. So first of all, it provides us with the general requirements of Caro 2020. And with regards to compliance with RIL, it says that Caro report has been issued by the auditors and it's a part of the independent auditor's report. And there are no qualifications or adverse remarks in that report. With regards to internal audit, it provides us with the parameters of what company is required to perform internal audit, which get internal audit done. And that RIL has robust internal audit systems in place, co-sourced with professional firms, which reports directly to the audit committee. And towards the end, it summarizes everything with a comparative tabular analysis. Now, why am I discussing this earlier? And why am I discussing all this? I mean, you can simply watch all this, see all this through the documents and do all the compliance yourself, right? But let me just tell you, sometimes the compliances run in this quantity. This is the annual report itself. And you can see I am at page number 232 right now. This is where they have provided the information with regards to the brief profile of directors, including their area of expertise. And just a few pages ahead, there is the percentages of the directors. This is the board meetings which have been conducted during the year. So 6 board meetings and the respective dates and what is the attendance of the director. And finally, a few pages ahead more, there's the composition of board of directors. And then there is the composition of board of directors. So as you can understand, instead of going through these 230, 240, 250 pages, 300 pages, 600 pages, I can simply attach the entire documents, not just one, but many documents, let GPT analyze it, give me the results. I can ask GPT what pages it has taken or generated this information from, and I can simply look through those documents itself, thereby saving time and enhancing quality in the audit as well. So I think this was my time. So thank you very much for being a patient listener. Yeah.
Thank you, Rishabh. I think a wonderful presentation of how artificial intelligence can be used to find out the compliances in company law. So a big round of applause for all the participants, for Rishabh and all the participants. I hope you all enjoyed this hackathon. So I think the two people who are instrumental need to be called up. The chairman and vice chairman of the committee. And how was the whole conference of today? Everybody enjoyed? So I think the two people who you need to compliment with a big round of applause are coming on stage. And they have also promised another very good day tomorrow. So please, a big round of applause for these two people. Thank you.
So we would be resuming with our felicitation ceremony of our hackathon finalists and participants. So to give away the awards, I would first like to invite on stage our Central Council members, CA Prasanna Kumar D, CA Sridhar Mupalla sir, also our Central Council member, CA Dr. Raj Chawla, our Central Council member, CA Chengal Reddy, our Regional Council member, CA Deepak Ladda, our Regional Council member, CA Satish Kumar Mailavarappu, who is the immediate past chairman of the Hyderabad branch, CA Chandar Babu, who is the member of the Hyderabad branch, CA Saran Kumar, who is the treasurer of SICASA, and we already have on stage with us our chairman and vice chairman of IA and ICAI, CA Dayanivas Sharma sir and Umesh Sharma sir. And now I would be inviting our winners and our participants, and I request them that before I call them, we would be playing a video which is dedicated to them for being part of it. So I request our team to play it. And now I would be inviting on stage our finalists and participants of hackathon, research papers and AI meet. In the research paper finalist, we have with us CA Pinky Agrawal. Can we give a great round of applause, please? I would next like to invite Mr. Harihara Subramaniam R. Can we have a great round of applause, please? Sir. Our next winner, our next finalist in the research paper category, I would like to invite CA Mayur Choksi. I request CA Mayur to please come near the stage. Can we have a great round of applause, please? In the AI Meet category, I would like to invite CA Deepak Kumar Singh. Once again, in the AI Meet category, I would like to invite CA Meenal Sharma. Do we have Meenal here with us? Moving to the next category, the hackathon participants, I would like to invite CA Arpit Taneja. Do we have CA Arpit here with us? CA Akash Udasi. Can we have a great round of applause, please? Yes. So we have first on stage with us CA Arpit Taneja. Can we have a great round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen? And now we have with us C. Akash Udasi. Once again, a great round of applause. Moving forward, I would like to invite CA Parth Chauhan to please come near the stage. Do we have CA Parth here with us? Oh, sorry. Oh, sure. Yes. Next, I would also like to invite CA Subhachandran M. And now I invite CA Vandana Dodia to please come on stage for being the hackathon participant. Can we once again have a great round of applause, everybody? And with this, we finally conclude our day one of Artificial Intelligence Summit 2024. I hope it was a productive day for all of you here. Thank you so much for your participation and boosting our morale. And we really hope that all of you, with the support of all of you, it will be a grand, grand success. And yes, this is just the end of the technical session and the panel discussion part. I am thanking on that behalf. I wish all of you make on timely tomorrow at 9:45 a.m. sharp. And now I would be handing it over to SIRC for their regional conference felicitation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. So it's a very important occasion for us for having this success meet for the 54th Regional Conference, which was held on 9th and 10th of December 2022 at the Shilpakala Vedika. I would like to welcome our regional council members and central council members, along with our branch committee members. And since all of them are here, so I welcome CA Chinamastan, who was the chairman of SIRC for the year 21-22. I'm not sure if Revati madam is there. So CA Muppala Subbarao Garu, I would request you to come on dais. Okay. So CA Sunil Kumar Mandwa, Sikasa chairman of SIRC for the year 24-25, CA Changal Reddy, CA Sridhar Muppala, CA Danivas Sharma, CA Prasanna Kumar. Yeah. So and all the branch committee members. So I welcome each one of you to the dais. So now I would request the chairman of SIRC for the year 21-22, CA Chinamastan, to give his welcome address, address the invitees and members of various committees of the 54th Regional Conference, which was held in 2022. CA Chinamastan, please.
Just Just a small announcement. All of you who are staying at Center of Excellence, there's a bus waiting for you to take you there at gate number 2. Thank you so much.
A warm good evening to all.